What's up, everybody? Welcome to Buzzworthy TV, and I'm your girl, Lady T. So, I just had to come and talk to y'all because these streets have been freaking lit, y'all, okay? But mainly, I want to come and talk to y'all about this whole Monique controversy, okay? If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry, because I'm here to tell you. Okay, so if you don't know, this past weekend, Monique did a comedy show on Mother's Day weekend at the Apollo Theater, and everything was just going smooth. You know, she did her thing. She was funny as hell. Everybody was just having a good time, right? Well, okay, all of a sudden, Monique just starts going in on not just Lee Daniels, because everybody know her and Lee Daniels, they been had issues. But she don't just go off on Lee Daniels. She goes off on Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey. And not just saying a little something, not just throwing a little bit of shade. No, she's like, basically, she wasn't blackballed. She was whiteballed by some black bitches with no balls, and that they could suck her dick if she had one. And I'm like, I had to clutch my imaginary pearls. I'm like, wow. So anyway, if that was just not bad enough, because you guys know when that hit, everybody wanted to, put in their 2 cents, from everybody on social media to all the celebrities and fellow comedians and everything. Everybody wanted to, put in their opinion. Well, on Monday, Monique and her husband, who we didn't ask for him to be on the show, but Monique and her husband was on TMC. And basically, she was just like, I don't give a fuck. She was so unapologetic. She was like, one of her heroes is Richard Pryor, and he never backed down from anything or anyone. And basically, she like Nene Neeks. She said what she said. And I'm just like, girl, you digging yourself into an even deeper grave. Okay. So look, here's the thing. If anybody knows me, they know that I love Monique. I've loved Monique since Def Comedy Jam and all that. I've always thought that she was a funny lady. Seen her in concert several times. Seen her interact with a lot of her fans. Has been really gracious and sweet. Like, I've personally seen her interact, because I worked a couple of her comedy shows. So, yeah. Always, and was sweet to me the one and only time I met her. Now, with that being said, Monique, girl, look, I respect that you have, look, I said what I said, I'm not backing down, and I don't care about the fallout, because so many people back down and be punks. And I respect the fact that that's just not how you're cut. I definitely get that. But, Monique, girl, like, I am such a fan of you. Not just the whole comedy thing, but even as an actress, I think you're an amazing actress. She's not just good for, stuff like the Parkers or Two Could Play That Game and all that. I'm talking about, like, even in dramatic roles. I'm not just talking about Precious. If you guys seen that independent film that she did last year with Isaiah Washington, Blackbird, that was amazing. The movie that she did with Queen Latifah, Betsy, that was amazing. So, she's a hell of an actress, okay? Has amazing talent, okay? Like, I don't understand why she's not as big as she is. Well, let me take that back. After this whole situation, I understand now why she isn't more famous than where she's not. I understand why she's not where she needs to be. I'm going to say it like that. I definitely understand it. I understand why she's still where she's at. And it's really sad. Because while I understand her not backing down and her refusing to play the game or whatever, you got to understand that at the end of the day, this is a business. Just like you can't go to work and cuss out your boss no matter how much they piss you off. Monique, you got to think of Hollywood as your freaking boss. And yeah, if the boss gets on your nerves too bad, you can tell them to take this job and shove it. But at what cost? Not when you got a family to feed and you got to keep a roof over your head and food on the table. And that's the same thing. At the end of the day, Hollywood pays your bills. Hollywood keeps that roof over your head and that food on your table and pay for them beautiful children that you got. So while I'm not saying that you should have backed down, your delivery, girl, telling them that they could suck your dick if they had one, I was just like, this is your career. And I'm not telling you to kiss nobody's ass. You shouldn't have to. But you could have expressed yourself in a more diplomatic way. Even if you got caught up in the moment in your show and you went on this rant, when you went and talked to TMZ, you should have kind of cleaned that up just a little bit. You know, I'm not saying that you got to be politically correct and you got to bow down, but you could have been a little bit more tactful, especially when you had time to sleep on it and you called up to TMZ. It's not like, of course, I'm pretty sure they wanted to hear from you, and I'm pretty sure everybody wanted to hear your response or whatever, but you called up to TMZ, so you should have had a statement ready, honey, okay? And it didn't have to be a statement of apology, but it could have been handled in a very more diplomatic way. I'll put it that way. Because we all know how it is. Your whole thing is they was trying to say I was difficult to work with. Then Lee Daniels wanted to talk about how I didn't play the game. And I know you like, fuck y'all and y'all game. I shouldn't have to, bow down just to get over. And I know you like, I'm an Oscar winner and they want to offer me basically chump change. I get that. I get how when people win Oscars, their income not just doubles, it like triples and quadruples at times after they win the Oscar. And I know you want to make it like, okay, well, if I take this money, what is that showing, my fellow actors and actresses? What is that showing the people that's growing up that look up to me? That I would, be subservient to the system. I totally get that. But at the end of the day, you got to put your grown woman pants on and admit that you played a part in that. Maybe part of the roles you were being offered and the money that you were being offered had a little bit to do with it being said that you're difficult to work with. So maybe the parts that you were getting were from people who couldn't afford to pay you what you were worth. And the people who had all those big budget films and who would normally want to work with you heard that you were difficult to work with, didn't want to promote. Now you got to understand, when you get to these big time directors and these big time, movie studios, they're in it to win the Oscar. They're in it to produce Oscar-winning films. So you got to be in there for the long haul. Whether, you whether it's putting in long hours, putting on weight, or whatever. It's not just about that. You got to put in work after that. Like, if it's a success, you got to put in that break. I mean, you got to put in that work and promoting it. And if it becomes Oscar worthy, yes, you got to make your rounds. It's all a campaign. Why do you think they say, the Oscar trail, the campaign trail is one and the same? And people don't get paid to do to promote their Oscar winning movie or promote them being, nominated for an Oscar. They don't. So for you asking for money for something that people do for free, and I understand that you already did the movie for the low in the first place because it was a low budget film and you're doing it for your friend. I get that. But once it became a situation where you were nominated for an Oscar, that people wanted to honor your work, that's when you became a part of a machine. And as much as we do not like it, we got to understand that this is how the world works. And sometimes we got to roll with them punches. Especially when you're being asked to do something that everybody else is doing. I understand that I understand that they couldn't set precedents and pay me when they never paid anybody else, so I declined. Well, you declined, so now you got to suffer them consequences. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people looked at that and was like, well, dang, maybe she really is difficult to work with. So, which is adding fuel to the fire to your reputation. So, before you go around here ranting and raving and telling people they can suck your imaginary dick, just keep that in mind, because you are too talented of a woman to let stuff like this interfere with you progressing and you moving forward. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about this whole situation. Do you think Monique was justified in her rant? Do you think when she went to TMZ, she should have cleaned it up just a little bit so she had time to cool off? Do y'all think that Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels, and Oprah, that they have compromised themselves for the almighty dollar and they conform to the system? Let me know what y'all think. And please do not forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, y'all. Peace and love. Oh, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram, BuzzWorthyTV_. Bye-bye.